A tsunami is not just one big wave, like the ones you see surfers ride. It's actually a series of powerful waves, often called a wave train, caused by a major disturbance under the ocean. Think of it like dropping a large stone into a bathtub. The water is pushed away in all directions, creating ripples that travel across the surface. An underwater earthquake, a volcanic eruption, or a large landslide can act like that stone, displacing a massive amount of water. These waves can travel across entire oceans at speeds similar to a jet airplane, and they often go unnoticed in deep water. But as they approach the shallower water near the coast, they slow down, and their height grows dramatically, turning them into a destructive wall of water that can crash far inland. The danger of a tsunami comes from its immense power and reach. A tsunami wave carries a huge amount of energy and can destroy buildings, uproot trees, and reshape entire coastlines within minutes. The force of the water is strong enough to move cars, boats, and other heavy debris, turning them into dangerous projectiles. Unlike a normal tide, the water does not just rise and fall gently. It rushes inland as a fast-moving flood, often for many minutes. This initial surge is frequently followed by other waves, which can be even larger and more destructive than the first. The sheer volume of water and the powerful currents it creates make it one of nature's most formidable and deadly events. Recently, the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, or UNESCO, issued a serious warning for the Mediterranean Sea. Experts at UNESCO have stated there is a nearly 100% chance of a significant tsunami wave, measuring at least 1 meter high, hitting the Mediterranean coastline within the next 3 decades. This prediction isn't based on a single imminent threat, but on a careful analysis of the region's seismic activity and its history of earthquakes. The Mediterranean is a seismically active area where the African and Eurasian tectonic plates meet, creating a constant risk. A 1-meter wave might not sound very high, but its force can cause severe flooding and widespread damage in low-lying coastal cities. This warning is a call to action for the many countries that border the Mediterranean Sea. Millions of people live and vacation along these popular coastlines, often in densely populated areas that are highly vulnerable to flooding. UNESCO's goal is to ensure that these communities do not face a disaster similar to the one that struck the Indian Ocean in 2004. The warning is part of a larger global initiative to make all at-risk coastal communities tsunami-ready by the year 2030. This means helping them develop clear evacuation plans, install reliable warning systems, and educate the public about the risks they face, turning scientific knowledge into practical, life-saving action before disaster strikes. History is filled with tragic stories of tsunamis that have reshaped both land and lives. One of the most devastating events in recent memory was the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami. It was triggered by a massive underwater earthquake off the coast of Sumatra, Indonesia. This earthquake was so powerful, it sent waves across the entire Indian Ocean, affecting 14 countries and claiming the lives of over 227,000 people. The disaster was made worse because there was no warning system in place for that region at the time. Coastal communities were caught completely by surprise, with little to no time to escape the rushing water. This tragedy became a global wake-up call, highlighting the urgent need for better international cooperation and advanced warning technology. Europe has also experienced the destructive force of tsunamis, though they are less frequent than in the Pacific Ocean. One of the most catastrophic events occurred in 1755, when a powerful earthquake near Lisbon, Portugal, generated a massive tsunami. The waves, reported to be up to 10 meters high, struck the coasts of Portugal, Spain, and North Africa, adding to the devastation caused by the earthquake and subsequent fires. This event had a profound impact on European thought and science, prompting early investigations into the causes of earthquakes. More recently, in 1908, an earthquake in the Messina Strait between Sicily and mainland Italy caused a tsunami that killed tens of thousands of people, compounding the destruction in the cities of Messina and Reggio Calabria. Even in modern times, the Mediterranean has shown its capacity for generating dangerous waves. In October 1979, a powerful underwater landslide near the airport in Nice, France, triggered a localized but deadly tsunami. Two waves, estimated to be around 3 meters high, struck the coast of the French Riviera, sweeping away a portion of a construction site and tragically killing 11 people. This event served as a stark reminder that the tsunami risk in the Mediterranean is very real, even if major events are rare. It showed that tsunamis in this region can be caused not only by large earthquakes, but also by landslides, which can happen with much less warning, making rapid response systems even more critical. These historical events, from the vast devastation in the Indian Ocean to the localized disaster in Nice, all share a common lesson: preparedness is key to survival. In the past, many coastal populations were unaware of the signs of an approaching tsunami, such as the sudden retreat of the sea or a distant roaring sound. The lack of coordinated warning systems meant that even if scientists detected an earthquake, there was no effective way to alert the public in time. Each disaster has pushed science and governments to improve, leading to the sophisticated global networks we rely on today. The memories of these past tragedies fuel the current drive to ensure we are never again so unprepared. Predicting the exact time and place of an earthquake remains impossible for scientists, so we can't predict a tsunami long before it happens. Instead, the focus is on detection, identifying a tsunami as soon as it is generated and issuing a warning as quickly as possible. The process begins with a global network of seismographs, which are instruments that detect ground shaking. When a powerful underwater earthquake occurs, these sensors instantly send data to tsunami warning centers around the world. Scientists at these centers analyze the earthquake's magnitude, location, and depth to determine if it has the potential to create a tsunami. Not all underwater earthquakes cause tsunamis. They generally need to be strong and cause vertical movement of the seafloor. Once a potentially tsunami-genic earthquake is detected, the next step is to confirm if a tsunami has actually been formed. This is where a crucial piece of technology comes into play: the Deep Ocean Assessment and Reporting of Tsunami, or DART buoy system. These systems consist of two parts. A pressure recorder sits on the ocean floor, measuring changes in water pressure caused by a tsunami wave passing overhead. It sends this information acoustically to a buoy on the surface. The surface buoy then transmits the data via satellite to the warning centers. This allows scientists to know for sure that a tsunami is traveling across the ocean and to track its size and speed in real time. The data from seismographs and DART buoys is fed into sophisticated computer models. These models can quickly simulate the tsunami's path and estimate its arrival time and potential wave height at different coastal locations. This information is vital for emergency officials as it helps them understand which areas are most at risk and how much time they have to act. Since the 2004 disaster, the global network of detection stations has grown to over 1,400, including hundreds of DART buoys. Major warning centers now operate in the Pacific, Indian Ocean, Caribbean, and the Mediterranean and Northeast Atlantic regions, working together to provide continuous 24/7 monitoring of the world's oceans. Thanks to these advancements, warning times have been drastically reduced. In many cases, alerts can now be issued within minutes of a wave being formed. This rapid communication is the core of modern tsunami preparedness. The goal is to get the warning from the scientists to the public as fast as possible. This involves a chain of communication, from the international warning centers to national governments, then to local emergency services, and finally to the people on the coast through sirens, mobile phone alerts, and television broadcasts. While the technology is impressive, its success ultimately depends on getting the right information to the right people in time for them to take protective action. In response to UNESCO's warning, countries across the Mediterranean are strengthening their defenses. France, for example, has taken significant steps to prepare its vulnerable coastlines. The country established its National Center for Tsunami Alert, or CENALT, in 2012, which operates around the clock to monitor seismic activity and issue warnings. In early 2024, the city of Cannes on the French Riviera became the first in France to be officially recognized by UNESCO as Tsunami Ready. This designation means the city has a robust plan in place, including clearly marked evacuation routes, public education campaigns, and regular practice drills to ensure its residents and visitors know exactly what to do if an alert is issued. The Tsunami Ready program is a global effort to build resilience from the ground up. It's not enough to simply have scientists and warning centers. The communities themselves must be prepared to act. The program encourages local authorities to map their hazard zones, identifying low-lying areas that are most likely to be flooded. It also emphasizes the importance of having multiple ways to warn the public, as a single system might fail during an emergency. This includes outdoor sirens, emergency alerts sent to mobile phones, and partnerships with local media. Regular drills involving schools, businesses, and residents help turn plans into practiced habits, reducing panic and confusion when a real event occurs. If you live in or are visiting a coastal area, there are simple but crucial steps you can take to stay safe. First, be aware of the natural warning signs of a tsunami. These include a strong earthquake that makes it difficult to stand, a loud, roaring sound coming from the ocean, or the sea suddenly and unusually retreating far from the shoreline, exposing the ocean floor. If you experience any of these signs, do not wait for an official warning. You should immediately move to higher ground as far inland as possible. Your priority is to get away from the coast, as the first wave could arrive within minutes. Finally, preparation is a personal responsibility. Know your local evacuation plan. Look for tsunami hazard zone maps and evacuation route signs in your community. Have a go bag ready with essential items like water, a first aid kit, a flashlight, and important documents. Discuss your family's emergency plan so that everyone knows where to meet if you get separated. By understanding the risk, knowing the warning signs, and having a clear plan, you can significantly increase your safety. The threat of a tsunami is real, but with knowledge and preparation, we can live more safely alongside our powerful oceans.